Hi friends, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And what I have for you today is a collection update. These are some films that I've picked up over the last few months, and I think I've watched everything in the pile. It might be a first. I'm not sure. There might be one or two that I didn't get to. I think I watched all of them. And I've been logging my movies as I watch them over on Letterboxd. It's linked down in the description if you want to follow along, if you're interested in that kind of thing. Some of them I do written reviews, some of them I just do the stars. If you want more written reviews, be sure to let me know and I'll do them. The first one I have here, I have been waiting for this to come out, a new release, because I've been recommending it, and the American Blu-ray was so long out of print. I'm so happy that they gave it a Blu-ray and a 4K release. This is the 4K. It is Hunt for the Wilderpeople, starring Julian Dennison and Sam Neill. And basically what we have is Julian Dennison plays a young boy who is in foster care, and he's having trouble being placed with families. He gets placed with Sam Neill and his wife, and he's finally doing well, and something happens, and now he is at risk of being taken away and moved to either another foster family or maybe even juvenile detention. They're not really sure what to do with him at this point. So what happens is him and Sam Neill just take off, and they take off into the woods, and they're on the run, and there's a big manhunt out for them, and we follow them on their adventures and also them getting to know each other. Really good, dark comedy, very funny, very heartfelt, so many good moments in this one. I can't recommend this one enough. This is a fantastic, fantastic movie from Taika Waititi. And this is a great release. This is a label called Visions. I only have a few releases from them, but they're really, really nice. The 4K is impeccable. It looks absolutely beautiful. So you get the 4K disc, you get some art cards, you get like a little booklet, and you also get a mini poster, which is the artwork. So if you want to put a mini poster, frame it up, or put it up on your wall in your movie area, they come with all that. So it comes with all the bells and whistles, and there are some special features on it. So it is a really, really nice release, and this one's over at Orbit. So I'm not sure, Diabolic probably has it too. This one is one of the partner labels from Vinegar Syndrome, and it is, I believe it's Watermelon Pictures. Yes, Watermelon Pictures. It's one of the partner labels that Vinegar Syndrome teams up with, and this one is called All That's Left of You. Now, it's not it's not a true story, but it's kind of based on events that maybe would have happened. It takes place in Pakistan, and what happens is we have a young man, he's about 20 years old, he's out with one of his friends, and I believe they're walking to school or class or something, and they end up in the middle of a protest, and the boy is injured and subsequently ends up in the hospital with his friend, and he is in the back with the emergency doctors, and his parents are called and they come to the hospital. When they're at the hospital and while they're waiting to find out if their son is going to be okay, basically what happens is we have a flashback, and the mother and the father are telling us, mostly the mother is telling us the story of their family and their family of origin, and how the boy ultimately ended up in the position where he was, where he would end up at a protest. But really, really powerful stuff. It's a great movie. I highly recommend it if you can still get your hands on it. I believe they probably still, last time I checked, they still have the slipcover. If not, you could just get the you can get the standard versions. They're very, very nice, and it looks great. Looks great, sounds great, has nice special features. So definitely check this one out. Now this one, it's another banger. I believe this one was from 2024. Anyway, it's a Sony Picture Classics film, which they're easily accessible on Amazon. You can always find them over on Amazon. This one is called I Swear. This is fantastic. It is a wonderful story. It's based on a real guy. His name is John Davidson, and he is an advocate for Tourette's syndrome, because this is his story. And he was a good kid. He was an athlete, a high school athlete, a really good student. And at about 14 years old, he started to have like tics and tremors and different things going on. And then he started like shouting out swear words, different things. And his family didn't know what to do. They thought he was acting out. He didn't understand what was going on. And we follow him on his quest to kind of figure things out and find his place in the world and learn how to function with this sometimes debilitating condition that oftentimes the general public doesn't understand. And it is just so, so good. This is amazing. If you don't get a chance to actually pick up a copy of it, at least stream it, just see it. It is so, so good, I swear. Really, really good stuff. Now this one is one that I'm going to call this a sleeper hit because I don't hear anyone talking about it. I saw people get review copies, but I didn't know anyone that had watched it and talked about it. And I was checking out my friend Movies and Sue was talking about it. She highly recommended it. So I took a chance and I picked it up, and I am not disappointed. So Susan, thank you. This one stars Ian McKellen and Michaela Coel. It's C-O-E-L. I had never seen her in anything before that I know of, but she's fantastic. And it's called The Christophers. It's a film by, Steven Soderbergh directed it, and it's written by Ed Solomon. And this is a fantastic story. I don't want to say too much about it because I don't want to give anything away because there's a lot that goes on. But basically, the film is really mostly comprised of these two going back and forth, and the writing and the dialogue are just fantastic. Basically, what happens is Ian McKellen is he is an artist, and he was started like in the 60s, and he's now, like, I think they said he's 85. He's supposed to be 85 years old, and his adult children hire this gal she's a known forger, and they want her to apply for a job as an assistant to him to help him along so that she can take these pictures that he hasn't finished, and they want her to forge the pictures and finish them so that they can have something to cash in when he passes on. But that's all I'm going to tell you. Just watch this. It is fantastic. And I can tell you, I was blown away by Ian McKellen's performance. Both of them, really. But Ian McKellen, simply because he's actually 87 years old in real life, and he did not miss a beat. He was fantastic. So, so good. And this is such a solid movie. Please watch it. Please give it a look. The Christophers. You will not, like I said, you will not be disappointed. Now this is another one from Vinegar Syndrome partner labels, Willa. I think it's Willa Studios, W-I-L-L-A. That's what it looks like. There were not many left when I got this one, so you might want to have to look around for it if you want to see it. It's called The Voice of Hind Rajab. Yeah, The Voice of Hind Rajab. And Hind Rajab is a little girl's name. This takes place in Gaza, and she's a 5-year-old girl. This is a true story. It took place on January 29th, 2024. It says the Red Crescent Volunteers, which is a group of volunteers who man these phone lines to get emergency services to people in need in the Gaza area if things happen and they're hurt and they're trapped and they need help. So they take this call on their hotlines, and it's a 5-year-old girl, and her name is Hind Rajab. And Hind is trapped in a car that is under fire, and everyone else, all the adults and her cousins and everybody in the car is dead except for her. And this whole movie is basically them on the phone with her, trying to keep track of her, trying to figure out what's happening, and trying to get emergency services to help her. I thought it was going to be a little bit different than what it was, because basically it's just them on the phone with her the whole time, and sometimes it's very hard to understand. But let me tell you, by the time they get to the end of it, you realize how emotionally exhausted you are from watching this, and it's a really moving gut punch of a story. But I would highly recommend, if you have any interest in all the things going on in Gaza and all that stuff, if you want to see something that really hammers the message home, definitely check this one out. It's a good one. It's a tough watch, but it's a good one. Now this is really good. I heard people talking about it before I even saw it for pre-order. It stars Leo Woodall and Dustin Hoffman in Tuner. And basically what we have is this fella, and he's working under the supervision of Dustin Hoffman. Dustin Hoffman is kind of his mentor. And they tune pianos, like concert level pianos. And he also, the young guy, he also has like a hearing sensitivity. And so he wears these big headphones because he is really, really overwhelmed if he hears loud noises or anything like that. He has very sensitive hearing, which is why he's such an amazing tuner. Well, what ends up happening is he really needs money. He needs money badly. And these people who rob safes find out about him and his unique ability to hear things, and they basically kind of corner him into starting to pick safes for them. And that's all I'm going to tell you. Just watch it. It is such a good movie. I think is it The Tuner? No, it's just Tuner. Really, really good stuff. It's a good one. Definitely check it out. Okay, and this next one is a little older film. This is a Barry Levinson film, and this one stars Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro. It was recently put out by Warner Archives. It's called Wag the Dog. This is so much fun. This is such a great movie, and I forgot about it for a long time. I mean, I would reference it, but I didn't realize I didn't even have it in my collection. So when I saw it announced coming to Warner Archives, I scooped it right up. Basically what it is the President of the United States is up for re-election. He's got about 2 weeks to go. He's not doing well. So Robert De Niro is like a spin doctor, and he decides that they are going to basically make up this war. They're going to invent a war, and they hire Dustin Hoffman, who is a movie producer, to basically make footage to make it look like there's a war going on. And that's all I'm going to tell you, but this is really good. It's kind of like it's got dark comedy elements, but it really is serious because it makes you kind of think like what's real and what isn't. We talk about fake news and all these kind of different things. It kind of makes you stop and wonder. But if you haven't seen Wag the Dog, or it's been a while, or if you're upgrading from DVD, I had seen the DVD years ago. It's a really nice upgrade. So take a look at it, give it a watch. It's a good one. And then this is another one. This is a Curzon film. This might be a little harder to find. I had to dig around. I think I got it from Brother Bialy. They're over on Instagram. They have they have a nice catalog of films on their site. This one is called The President's Cake. And again, this is not a true story, but it is based on, like, if you took a segment of the population living in Iraq in the early 1990s, these characters in this story pretty much represent what a lot of the population was going through at the time. This is 1990. The U.S. is in bombing Iraq. Saddam Hussein is in charge. A lot of the population they're living in extreme poverty. They don't have access to proper health care. There's an older woman. She can't even get her diabetes medication. She's trying to take care of her granddaughter. They can't find fresh water. They have trouble finding fresh food. But they are still, all the country is still required to celebrate Saddam Hussein's birthday. And one of the ways they do it is they go into these classrooms where these kids are in these terribly run down, deficient schools. They are all assigned things to bring in for the birthday party of the president for the class. And the little girl is assigned that she has to bake a birthday cake for his birthday, and bring it in for the whole class. Meanwhile, her and her grandmother barely have any food to eat, and she has to go around and try and figure out ways to get these, eggs and flour and sugar, everything you need to bake a cake with no resources. And we follow her and her little friend, the boy from the class, her friend, and we follow them through the area where they're trying to barter and get these ingredients that they need. And it's just a really moving story to see how these people lived. And there's also like time jumps in the movie, so you kind of see how people ended up where they are and different things that are going on. And it's really heartbreaking when you see how people live and how they're expected to survive on basically nothing, but they're still held to these standards of this dictator who wants them to just honor him all the time when they don't even have fresh water or food to eat. So The President's Cake is a fantastic and moving movie. I highly recommend this one as well. I really enjoyed all these movies, so obviously I've seen them, so I'm pretty happy about that. Of course, I got the Blu-ray I picked up of Ryan Gosling's Project Hail Mary. Love this one. I know there's mixed reviews on it. Some people just said it's a silly kids movie. I loved it, and the Blu-ray looks really, really good. I heard mixed reviews about the 4K. I just went with the Blu-ray this time, and it looks fantastic. It's a brand new movie. Why wouldn't it? Now, this is an older movie, but it's still available on Blu-ray. It is such a good movie. I hadn't seen this in years, and it was a hole in my collection. Stars Sean Penn, Ed Harris, and Gary Oldman in State of Grace. And Sean Penn basically plays a guy that grew up in this neighborhood. And he grew up with a bunch of friends who were involved in kind of like gangster activity. And he goes away. At a certain point, he's had enough and he disappears for years. And when this movie starts, he returns and he kind of looks for his old friends who are now running like the local, mob activity. And they're in charge of a lot of really ruthless activities. And he kind of falls in with the old crowd again, and he's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. And we follow him as he tries to make these decisions of which side he's going to be on. Is he going to continue to pursue the path where he pulls away from these people, or is he going to get sucked back in with, you know, Ed Harris and company, because Ed Harris is now like the big boss. And really moving stuff. Sean Penn gives a fabulous performance. This is a really good, like, gangster mob type movie. If you like that stuff, it's really, really good. It's a winner. This is another older, I don't know how old it is. It's, let's see, this one. Oh, this one's from 2013, so it's a few years old. Doesn't feel that old to me, but 2013. It stars Keira Knightley, Mark Ruffalo, Adam Levine, and Catherine Keener, CeeLo Green, a whole bunch of people. It's called Begin Again. It's from the director of the movie Once. And what we have is Mark Ruffalo works for, he's got his own like independent record label, and he teamed up with one of his friends who's his business partner, and they kind of decide to let him go because they're sick of him and his, you know, his failure to deliver on what the company needs to sustain itself. And he kind of accidentally discovers Keira Knightley's character singing in a bar one night, and we follow them as he tries to get her a record deal. And that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to ruin it. Just watch it. This is such a great, great movie. It's so exceeded all my expectations. I thought it was going to be just a hokey, like, rom-com type of thing. No way. It is so, so good. And Begin Again, really good. And another music one, which surprised me. I was surprised that I got this, but I heard really good things about it. It is called Epic, and it is an Elvis Presley concert. And I guess this hadn't been done before. The person had the footage, the filmmaker had the footage, and what it is it's some footage of Elvis in concert, but it's also mixed with like these interview style things where he's actually sitting down and talking. This was fascinating. I thought this was really, really good. If you're into Elvis and you like his music and you want to hear him talk about his life and give a little bit of interview stuff that he doesn't, I guess there's not a lot of footage of that out there. This was really great. It surprised me. Really, really good stuff. So it's called Epic, the Epic Elvis Presley in concert. Really, really good, and it's available now. It's a newer release. Okay, continuing on. I got the 4K of Mars Attacks. I love Mars Attacks. This looks fantastic. The 4K is beautiful. The colors pop. Everything looks great. I love everything about this movie. I know some people love it, some people don't, but I really, really enjoy this one. I think it's one of Tim Burton's best, and the 4K is, it's a banger. So definitely, if you're into Mars Attacks and you are into 4K, definitely that one is worth checking out. Now this next one so far has been all the rage with the horror community. Obsession. I thought it was okay. It kind of, I felt like it was maybe a little overhyped. I need to watch it again because I was tired when I watched it. I was not in a good head. So I need to watch it again. Maybe I heard too much about it before I watched it, but basically what it is this guy wishes for this girl to be obsessed with him, and she becomes obsessed with him, but it is way, way, way over the top. But there's another, like a subplot going on, and I need to pay attention to get into the subplot because I think that's where all the genius in the writing lies, and I think I missed some of that because I was sleeping. But it was good. I mean, it wasn't scary. It was crazy, but it wasn't scary. What I will say is for the animal lovers, if you're a cat person, you might not appreciate some things that go on in this one. But, you know, other than that, I would say give it a look if you're a horror fan. So, and if you've seen it, let me know what you think. Now this one, I thought this was going to be more scary, but it's more of a thriller. But Adam Scott was really good in it. It's called Hokum. And this one, he's going to scatter his parents' ashes at this inn in Ireland where I guess they like to go. And when he gets there, he kind of finds out that there's something funky going on with the building. And it really is it's one of my favorite things where the building and the setting is a character. And he finds out that there is some weird stuff going on in the building, and we follow him along as he tries to uncover the mystery of what is going on in this inn. So really good stuff. I thought it was good. I need to watch it again because, again, it wasn't really where my head was at. I didn't think it was going to go where it went. So I need to watch it again with no expectations and give it a second watch. But it was good. I did enjoy it. I just thought it was going to be more of a horror when it is actually a thriller. So I have to pay attention closer to those little details that make thrillers so good. I haven't rewatched this one yet. I've seen it years ago, but I haven't seen it in a long time. Arnold Schwarzenegger in Eraser. Just got a 4K upgrade. I did not have this in my collection. I think I may have had it on like a double feature, but I didn't have it as a standalone, so I grabbed it as a standalone, and I will give it a look. This next one is the new offering from A24, and it stars Zendaya and Robert Pattinson in the drama. I absolutely loved this one. I think it is a thinker of a film. It sucks you in, and it makes you sit down and basically do your moral checklist. What would you do in this situation? And I'm not going to tell you what the situation is for those of you who haven't seen it, but Zendaya and Robert Pattinson play a couple who are about a week from their wedding. Everything is going great. They're madly in love with each other, and they're getting ready for their wedding, and they're out to dinner with their friends who are going to be the best man and the maid of honor, I guess. And a question comes up at the table, and they all answer the question, and the way one of them answers the question makes everybody rethink their opinion of her. And I want you to watch it on your own, because it really does suck you in, and it really becomes an interactive moment, an interactive film, because you really have to sit and think, what would you do if you were in this situation, or you found this out about someone you loved, or a friend that you really cared about. Fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was great. So the drama, give it a watch. Now this next one is from Arrow Video, and this is a fantastic release. The 4K looks amazing. It stars Woody Harrelson, Courtney Love, and Edward Norton in The People versus Larry Flynt. I don't hear anyone talking about this, and I don't know why. It is a fantastic movie. It is based on a true story. It's done by Oliver Stone, and it's the story of Larry Flynt, and he is the person responsible for starting Hustler magazine, which was an adult magazine. It had adult-themed material, you know where I'm going with it, and he was constantly getting arrested and shut down for obscenity and breaking various laws that were in place, and he went to court and he fought every time, because he said regardless of what the material is, it violates freedom of speech. So he was really, as unconventional as it was and as he was at the time, he was really standing up for all of us, fighting for free speech. And this is a fascinating look at the lengths that he went to defend free speech and his right to publish his magazine. Really, really good. There's some dark comedy in it. There's a lot of drama. Really, really good stuff. And the courtroom stuff is priceless. It's amazing. And Edward Norton's really good in this too. But really, really good. So if you don't sleep on this one, it's a great movie. And I've been waiting for that. That was stuck on DVD forever. There was never a Blu-ray release. So that's a really nice release. And this is a movie that I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, have heard of. This is the 4K from Arrow Video, Falling Down, with Michael Douglas. And basically what it is we just have Michael Douglas plays a guy who just one day he snaps. And we follow him around LA as he is trying to walk home and just get home in one piece. And what a ride. But the 4K looks pretty good. I thought it was good. There's a little, it's grainy if you don't mind film grain, which I don't mind film grain. But if you don't mind film grain, you're really going to enjoy this, because a lot of it takes place outside, obviously, but really, really good stuff. Now this next one, this could be a one and done for some people, but I hadn't seen it in a long time, so it was almost like, even though I remembered there was sort of a twist ending, I wasn't really entirely sure what the whole thing was, so I was a little surprised again. But it stars John Cusack, Ray Liotta, Amanda Peet, and it is Identity. Now, the American Blu-ray has been long out of print, so to have this one come to Arrow Video is really, really cool. And basically what we have is it's a very stormy night, and we have all these people who are showing up at this same like roadside motel, and as the night goes on, people start to get picked off one by one, and we find out why. I can't say anything because I don't want to take any chances that I'll spoil anything. If you haven't seen it, if you're not sure if you want to invest in picking it up, because like I said, it could be a one and done for some people, but it's one that I like to revisit, a few years down the road. But it had been a while since I saw this one, so the twist really worked for me. But you could always check it out on streaming if you're not sure. But if you don't mind knowing the ending after you watch it the first time, definitely pick it up because it's well worth it. Identity is back in print. I also got one of the latest offerings from Second Sight. I got Dead Man's Shoes. This is such a great movie. And basically what it is it's a revenge movie, and this is a Blu-ray. It's a Region B Blu-ray, so if you pick this up, you have to have a region-free player if you're in the United States. I just wanted to say that before everyone assumed it was a 4K. This is Blu-ray only. But basically this is a revenge film. We have a brother who goes back to a village, And in that village, his brother, who was a special needs young man, like I'd say probably about 20, he was off at war, the brother, and his brother was being tormented by a bunch of basically thugs in the neighborhood, in the village, and he goes back to get revenge for his brother and what they did to him. And there are flashbacks like present day, and then they show bits of the abuse that his brother endured at the hands of these thugs, and it goes back and forth. But the storytelling is impeccable. The revenge is brutal, and it's everything that you would want to do to somebody who hurt somebody that you really loved. And I give this the highest recommendations. Fantastic, fantastic. And the last thing I picked up, and I'll explain to you why I got it, it's The Office, the complete series on Blu-ray, the Superfan extended editions, or yeah, episodes. Now the reason that I got this, I like the packaging. For those of you wondering, it's not one big case, and I will show you each disc. There's no piling of the discs. Okay, so they're on swing trays, and each one is individual. There's no stacked up discs or anything like that. Now, the only reason I got this, yes, am I an Office super fan? Sure. Did I need this? The reason I needed it, I had the other Blu-ray set. I have the other Blu-ray set that they put out. The problem was with that set is that some of the seasons would play in my player and some of them wouldn't. I would have to go to my region free player, because I guess I don't know if it was just my set or if it was a thing with the Blu-ray set that they put out before, but some of the seasons were region B. They weren't region A. They would not play on any region A players. So I had to keep wondering which player to put the things in, and I would have lived with it. But then when they came out with this and it was a decent price, I figured I'm going to trade that one in, and I picked this one up. I think it was $60, but I can get that for, trading in a couple things, including the Office set that I have. But this one works fine as far as I can tell. So if you're having a similar problem with the former Blu-ray set where some of the seasons don't play in your regular player, you might want to jump to this one. But I haven't watched the much of the extended episodes yet, but we'll see what happens. So that's what I have, and hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you found a few films that you didn't know were out, or you haven't seen, or maybe you haven't heard of, and you can check some of them out. But I hope you enjoyed this. I want to thank everyone for watching. You know I appreciate each and every one of you who take the time to click on these videos, give it a few minutes, or watch the whole thing, whatever you like. If you enjoyed this, give it a like. Consider subscribing, hype up the video. You know all the things that we do on YouTube, and every little bit helps. And we're trucking along to hopefully 9,000 soon. Let's get there. But anyway, that's going to do it for me today. So I will catch you in the next one. And for now, that's a wrap.